and welcome back to another video. So today we're back here for another speed build, and today we're going to go ahead and create this big family apartment. So if you'd like to go ahead and download this for yourself, it is up on the gallery now. My origin ID is RealThomasTV1, and there'll also be a link in the description to the online gallery if it's easier for you to download things that way. So like I said, this is a big family apartment. Now I don't do apartment builds that often on the channel, and not for really any reason. I just prefer to do like actual house builds. But when I did that freelancer apartment the other day, if you didn't see that, it was basically just a quick little apartment build to show off the new items that we got with the freelancer career update the other day. So I did an apartment there, and I actually got a few people telling me that they would like to see some more apartment builds. So I was kind of thinking, how can I just kind of do something that I suppose I normally do in a way, and kind of put that into apartment build. So we're kind of just doing this big sort of family themed apartment, I guess. So it's just very spacious. It's actually in the Ultra apartment building. I believe this is 1010, but I can't actually see it on my screen at the minute. If you look in the top left hand corner, you can see it, but it's too small on my screen at the minute to see it. But I'm pretty sure it is that though. Anyway, so this has 4 bedrooms and 3 bathrooms, and like normal, you know, it is a family apartment, but like normal, there isn't any kids' rooms, and I've said this a million times. I know people are sick of me when I say this, but I'm just going to say it one more time. I don't do kids' rooms in my builds, just to keep them very, very neutral for you to fit any type of family into one of my builds. So once you download this, feel free to add some kids' toys and stuff like that, but I'm just keeping it very neutral, ready for you to move in, and then you can personalise it to your family. So, and even if you don't want to do that, you know, it's still great for kids. You might just want to add a few toys in here and there, but you know, you don't have to. So there's a kind of, it's all very open plan, as you can probably see. I'm kind of just keeping all the walls open, pretty much. So the dining room, the kitchen, the hallway, and the living room all kind of merge into one, I suppose. And all kind of like separate rooms, but they're just the big archways that kind of open the space up a little bit, which I kind of wanted it to. That was kind of the main thing I thought of when I went into this, is that I wanted to be really open plan. And also as well, I did an interesting little thing in one of the bedrooms, and I'll kind of talk about that a little bit more later, but it's actually a little bit more cluttered than normal, and you might have seen it if you've seen the screenshots and stuff, because I sometimes post them on Instagram and things like that, but we'll get that a little bit later. So we're just working on the dining room now. Of course, we're going for purple walls. I mean, when do I not? So that's what we're doing here. I was trying to make some sort of built-in bar area there, and it was just looking way too much. The way that kind of counters and bars kind of work, they are supposed to work, but now I'm thinking back, I think it's island counters that you kind of pair with them, not actual counters, because I was looking there and it didn't really work. That's probably why, actually. And also as well, you may have seen me just before there trying to pair the Jungle Adventure the Jungle Adventure bar with the Jungle Adventure counters, because that's the kind of, you know, counters I use in the kitchen. I kind of want to make a little bar area with that, but for some reason I couldn't manage to get one single Jungle Adventure bar colour swatch to match with the counters from that pack. I don't know if I was doing something wrong, or maybe I was using the wrong type of counters or something, but I don't know, that just was not working for some reason today. Anyway, so this is one of the bedrooms here. They've all kind of got like a mix of themes and colour schemes. This one's a little bit more on the formal side, I would say, so maybe this could be the guest bedroom. When I look at this, I just think of a guest bedroom for some reason. I don't really know why. Well, actually, I sort of know why, because it just looks a little bit more formal than usual, so I imagine that the people who own this place might want their guests to stay in the most nicest room of the house. Not that the other rooms aren't nice, but this one's very sort of formal, and I don't know, I just really like this wallpaper as well. I don't actually use this wallpaper that often because, well, I just don't use wallpapers that often. I always go for painted walls in my houses, but recently I've started to go for more just kind of switching things up and going for wallpapers and stuff, but that particular one, the stripy one, I believe it is a little bit more sort of formal than other ones, but it's still nice to use. So this is this bedroom here that I was talking about before, just how I did something different. So you may have seen this person on Twitter called Flubs, I think. I'm not really too sure how to pronounce her name. I'm going to leave a link down below to her Twitter, and the Sims have actually retweeted a lot of her work, and basically what she does these like really fancy sort of little room builds, and has like a really interesting way of actually angling the screenshot, so it's kind of hard to explain, but go ahead and check out her Twitter because she does some amazing creations. And she actually posted this little tweet the other day of this room that she built with this bed, and also these new bookshelves. As you may recognise, these are the new ones that we got with the freelancer update I was talking about earlier the other day. Well, last week now, I think it is. And she just paired those together with that bed from Seasons and the other shelves as well from base game, just to make some sort of like interesting little console table sort of thing. I don't know how you would explain it, but you just kind of post it as an inspiration photo, and I thought it just looked really interesting, and I don't really play with the clutter that often, so this was just one of those occasions that I wanted to try it out. And yeah, I probably won't do it again. I just kind of saw it and I was like, oh, let's try it. I'm building something at the minute, so let's go ahead and give it a go. So that's what I did there. So like I said, I'll leave a link down below to her Twitter where she posts all of her builds, since I did get that idea from her. So we're just finishing up this bedroom here. We've got a little fireplace. I think actually most of the bedrooms have their own fireplace because, well, as you can see, it is a fairly large apartment, so all the bedrooms are actually pretty decently sized. So I did manage to fit a fireplace in most of them, I think. And we're just working on one of the bathrooms here. Now, like normal, all of the bathrooms that I do in any particular build will all be the same, just to keep them all kind of uniform. So this is, I think this is the only one I show you in this build. There actually might be another one. Yeah, I think I might actually show you the bathroom for the master bedroom as well. Because it has a nice little corner bathtub, you know, those like triangular ones. So I think I'll go ahead and show you that later as well, if I'm not mistaken. And yeah, so we're just working on the living room now. So I was trying to make some sort of like console entertainment system here. I don't really know what I was doing, but I've done it before. I've seen, well, everybody's done it for a while. It's nothing like anything new or anything, but it's just where you take all the counters and the stuff like that in the cabinets and make like a little sort of entertainment system. So that's what I was trying to do there. As you saw, it didn't really work because of a lighting glitch. Now, I wasn't actually too sure if it was a lighting glitch with those counters in the cabinets, or if it was just me not picking the right colour swatches or not. So I just went ahead and changed them out for these ones that we use in the kitchen, just to kind of keep them all the same. So that's what I did there. And so this is, well, I sort of mentioned, but this is the living room. As you can see, it kind of goes right into the dining room, and then that kind of leads through into the kitchen, and kind of all wraps around again. That was just, you know, how I was saying earlier about keeping it sort of open plan. So there is actually a separate office room in this build, which I think we'll work on last. But as you can see, well, we're about to do here is put in a little office area here. It's just sort of like the family computer, like, you know, if you're not, it's just sort of, you know, if the kids are doing homework or something, I imagine this would be the place they would do it or something. And then there's maybe like the formal office where, like, you know, maybe somebody works from home who lives here or something like that, and they use that. And since I normally put gyms in my builds, what I went ahead and did is actually in the study room is made it into like a multi-purpose room. So I also went ahead and put a few gym equipment items in there. I think I only put a treadmill and a punching bag because it is a fairly small room, and it's also a study, and there's also a little seating area in there as well. It was kind of limited in that room. I think that was the smallest room in the study, so I didn't really go over the top, but it's just, you know, some things in there. So this room right here is the master bedroom, I would say. Like normal, I say that I always find it difficult to decide which one would be the master bedroom, since I always do all my rooms neutrally, so it's really hard to decide, so I always just leave it up to you. But today, if I did have to pick one, I would actually probably say this would be the master. I feel like it's just a lot more sort of formal and grand than the other ones. So, you know, it's got the carpet there, it's got the 4-poster bed, and also the ensuite bathroom, which has that very fancy bath, and that little triangular corner one that I don't actually tend to use. I don't know why, but I think this is something that a lot of us do, but putting baths in a build is something that we're just not, I don't know, it's weird, I just don't do them in my builds myself, but I also don't see them in many people's speed builds either, so I normally do like the combination tub, like that 2000 simoleon one, but I never really do them like just a separate bathtub like that, so I thought I'd do that since that one looks a little bit grand and it kind of just added to the feel of the place there, so that's what I did there. So this is the hallway area. I wasn't really too sure what to do with it, to be honest, so it isn't the most exciting thing, so I just went ahead and put a few bookshelves in there. I actually really love using those medium wall height ones from Seasons when I do medium wall height builds, because I actually don't do them that often. And this is probably one of the only times that I really do them, is in apartments and stuff, since you can't actually change the wall height. I always go for short, so, you know, it's a good opportunity to use them because they are a really good space filler, because they take up the whole, like, wall. And I'll go ahead and put a few, I don't really clutter them up that much, I just normally put a candle and some other books on it. So this is the study, as you can see here. So I did that little sort of fish tank thing that I do sometimes, where I'd go ahead and take one of the fish tanks from Spa Day, I believe it was, make it in a room by itself and put a window on it. And I've done that a few times recently. It's just a random thing I tried out, and I really like it. So I kind of overused it a little bit too much, but it's something a little bit different, I suppose. And you saw there as well, there is also another desk and computer in there, and also the little treadmill and boxing thingy. Couldn't think what it was called there for a second. So this is another bedroom here. Again, we went for a purple theme. I always, you know, go for a purple room in at least once in my build. So with this wall, I wasn't really too sure what to do with it. I was going to try and do something different, but I wasn't really too sure what, so I ended up just making a huge big collage of different paintings and stuff and did that there. And again, another fireplace, because there is a space for it, so why not? And I feel like it is a very sort of luxury, sort of more expensive looking apartment, so I feel like having, you know, fireplaces in most of the rooms kind of goes well with that theme. So we're just about to head on to the screenshots. I really hope you enjoyed. In the comment section down below, let me know about what you thought of this build. If you have any more suggestions for other builds, speed builds, apartments, anything else you want to see next on the channel, that'd be really helpful to hear. You also would have just saw that first screenshot was actually a sort of bird's eye view of the floor plan. A lot of people have been asking me to do that and I always forget to do it, so I finally managed to do that today. So if that's helpful for you, then there you go. And yes, thanks for watching. Make sure to leave a like, share and subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!